According to official records, this year 61 women have been violently killed in Australia. Activist Lula Dembele said the government and the country need to change how it looked at the issue of domestic and family violence. It's not a women's issue. Violence against women is a man's problem, she said. To find out what male politicians think of the domestic violence crisis, the ABC reached out to all 92 male MPs in the House of Representatives. Just 20 out of the 92 MPs responded by the original publication time, and only 10 had answered the questions asked. The very first question: do you believe the government you currently serve is doing enough to combat domestic violence? Labor frontbenchers, rather than answering themselves, referred the questions to Social Services Minister Amanda Rishworth. When further pressed for a response, Patrick Gorman's office replied with a statement including, "There is no place, no electorate in Australia where gender-based violence is acceptable." So, what's Tasmania's approach to domestic violence?
What happens when a Supreme Court judge finds himself on the other side of the law? This is Tasmanian Supreme Court Justice Gregory Geeson. He's been charged with 2 offences and had to appear at the Hobart Magistrates Court. We'll tell you why soon. Now, open justice is considered a fundamental principle of Australian law, so journalists were shocked to discover they weren't allowed in for his appearance. Not only that, the judge was ushered away from court afterwards. See this person? That's a police prosecutor. And the car he's helping Justice Geeson get into? An unmarked police car.
The courts are supposed to be open. That's a pretty basic principle of our democracy and our justice system.
Journalists were initially told they couldn't go in because the court didn't have security for a Friday evening sitting. But Justice Geeson was flanked by security when he came out. And police said he was only given a lift because they'd taken his phone and he had no way to pay for transport. So what's he charged with? Emotional abuse or intimidation, and common assault. Particulars include tracking a person's movements using technology, interrogating a person about her whereabouts, scrutinising her devices, reviewing her messages, and exhibiting jealousy, rage and aggression.
According to an article in The Australian by Tasmanian correspondent Matthew Denham, Tasmania's Chief Justice suggested one of his judges could resign to stop a Parliament-led disciplinary process going further in an act described by several lawyers as grossly inappropriate. Chief Justice Alan Blow on Tuesday morning texted Justice Gregory Geeson, who had days earlier pleaded not guilty to one charge of assault and one charge of emotional abuse. So apparently, even the Chief Justice is prepared to protect a judge who has been charged with DV behaviours. Yes, the name is familiar. Chief Justice Blow. This was the judge on the Sue Neill Fraser case. So, what does this mean for the Sue Neill Fraser case? If even the Chief Justice is prepared to step in and protect a judge against charges for domestic violence, it seems unlikely that there will ever be an inquiry started within Tasmania on the Sue Neill Fraser case. The Tasmanian legal system will never investigate itself, nor will the Tasmanian Parliament do so.